I told Phil that I said, Phil, are you in or not? I texted him at 1:30. I said, let you know, we are recording this for episode 69, so just keep that in mind with me, because I might say some stupid shit. And then he said, I'm out.
Never mind.
Let me take off my sandals so I can. Oh, dude, it's so crazy having turf in here. Now I want to do another
Trace
magic
is
spell.
here. He's just down inside the turf.
Trace's Toy Story right now.
I'm under the table.
All right, that's how we're gonna start the show. It's Ant-Man. That's Ant-Man right there. Look, it's Ant-Man. Hi, Ant-Man.
I wish I was Paul Rudd.
Yeah, being Paul Rudd would be pretty cool, I think.
Vampire, I think he is.
Paul Rudd's a vampire? Yeah, I could see that. He's one of those celebrities that doesn't age. And no one realized that for a while. Yeah, he's been around for a long time.
He wasn't a big star. He was in Friends. He was good in Friends.
He was good in Friends. That's the thing, too. I remember seeing him in Friends, and I was like, what the fuck is Paul Rudd doing here? What year is this? Yeah, I think it was probably once he became Ant-Man, probably. I mean, would you say that he became like superstar because he became part of the because he became part of the Marvel franchise? It was almost like a.
He was kind of in chick flicks, I think, before that, and that was like his big thing.
He was in that one where he like dates his stepsister or something, right? Isn't there a movie about that where he dates his or something like that? Audience, help me out. mellowbrickroad.podcast@gmail.com. I'm pretty sure that's. I don't know what the movie's called though. I never seen it.
Yeah.
I know, but I think that's one of his movies where he's like a stepbrother, or he's like his mom or dad marries a girl in his high school classes, mom or dad, and it's one of those like where like one of them has a crush on them, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, now we're brother and sister. Oh no, how am I gonna do the laundry? Because you're always getting stuck in the laundry when you got a hot stepbrother in the house, right?
What a chick flick trope that is. Just like we can't be
together. That forbidden love. That's why there's so many like those romance books about women and horses and stuff.
Yeah.
And like Bigfoot. I've been reading a lot of Bigfoot romance stuff.
Oh.
And preparing for this episode, by the way, if anyone wanted to know.
There is some fan
Bigfoot.
No, dude, there is an insane amount of cryptid romance, and I'm talking erotic romance novels. Yeah. It's almost.
Do I want this on my search history?
It's almost
fan fiction.
Dude, it's almost exclusively erotic. Almost exclusively cryptid erotica in literature form. It's either
Mothman.
Oh, dude, the Moth. I got some sexy prints of Mothman just over there in my reading nook. If you want to see those, I'll show you after the show, man. They're a little sticky, but no, it is so good. That's from the last podcast. The last podcast, the last book on the left, I guess. Their little comic book that they did. I think that was the first volume that they made, but it was so fucking funny.
Yeah, they read those on what was the episodes called? Creepypasta episodes, I think.
Yeah.
Henry would sneak them in there. They would be like, "You're not going to read any of these, are you?" And he's like,
No, of course not. I'm not going to read any Bigfoot porn today. It's crazy.
And it'd start out normal, and then he's...
I want erotica about us.
Two brothers.
Just to know that someone's thinking about me, you know? That'd be fun.
God.
I don't mind what the context is.
I think it'd be fun to read on camera. That's where it'd be fun.
Yeah, he
Like the
hesitated
craziness of it.
between on camera. He said it would be fun to read, and then he thought, "Oh shit, I'm gonna sound like
Not
my
it-
brother." And then he said on camera as a way to like save face when you know he wants to read that stuff. He's a disgusting pervert. This one. That's why he's over there in the grass. We had to miniaturize him because he was humping too many things in the studio, and now he's sitting in the grass because now we got grass in the studio. I haven't
Yeah.
posted in pictures of it. No one can see it on the camera, but it's here. If you're watching on YouTube, it's right below our feet.
down
You
there.
can't see it. We're not wearing shoes. Here's the feet. There you go, Tarantino. There we go. Hey, dude, we just got
Creepo.
our first sponsor right now. That's our first sponsor. After that, so if you're listening to this episode, you just missed some sweet feet pics, and they're
Yeah.
here now.
Get on.
Quentin emails
video.
us. I really loved episode 69 of your podcast.
Dude,
Like,
what if
oh,
you?
God.
I want to make the Mellow Brick Road movie. Once upon a time in Mellow Brick Road, and all about the show and how like Margot Robbie is here. She's Plank. She plays Plank. Well, he's actually Plank's behind Kenny over here, actually in the corner. We had to move the table around, so Plank isn't actually here.
She
He had
plays Plank.
he had to
He's in
sit
there.
out.
He's in there.
Yeah, he's still over there still. He's just chilling in the corner. He's just like creepily watching us, like the dad from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. He's just like a little bit off screen, and I love it. Yeah.
I heard you talking about that. And I've never seen it.
You never seen Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared? Oh man.
Oh my
All right,
gosh.
I'm gonna have to pull something up real fast just so Kenny can see what it looks like. I hate the way Zoom does, like it blocks all my shit. I can't make a new tab.
Yeah, how do you what do you pick out of that show to show somebody?
Like, is there
Because-
multiple episodes or is it just one?
So it was a YouTube show. I don't want the actual show. It's an actual show now. This artist couple, they made this show. They have a few YouTube videos that are like super, just weird, just like kind of like it almost makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's like one of the kind of art. And Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared was like I think they're in the UK. It is a parody on kids television shows.
Oh.
So it's like it starts off with like let's learn about colors, and then it just gets like starts getting more like demented. And like the first time I watched the show, I watched it in the basement over here. Everyone was home, like our whole family was home, and I was down here by myself watching my TV, and I watched the video just randomly, and I was so disturbed I had to go and interact with my family because I was like I can't be alone right now. I'm too scared. I just want to show some images here.
Yeah, that'd probably just.
Yeah, so that's the first episode right there. That's the demented part when they get big. But this is what they look like. It's a
does
yellow
look-
guy, bird or duck, green duck,
That's supposed to be like a.
Yeah.
Sesame Street?
and then red guy.
Red guy.
There's all kinds of different. I mean, it's just generic kids shows. They live in this house together, and every episode, surrealist horror. That's
There you go.
should we watch a video of it real fast, just while we're here?
Show
Just 'cause-
them. Wait, I don't know if you can put it in the episode, but yeah, show them because
Oh, see,
you
okay,
got
so
to.
now it became such a big cult following for this show because
Right.
I'm obsessed with this. I was watching
Well, I'm
like
sure people love it.
I was watching
guarantee it.
Conspiracy, dude. I've seen hours of other people talking about this series. I've seen hours of it. I was so obsessed with this stuff I should have been studying in college, but I didn't. I was doing this, and now there's an actual TV show. They have an actual show
Mm.
with 6 episodes long. It's incredible. Find it on YouTube. It's like a 2-hour, 20-minute thing on YouTube. It's got all 6 episodes. Fucking unbelievable. There's songs everywhere. I kind of want to do.
It is a weird thing though because we've
No,
told
I'm
so
just
many people
Yeah,
like how good it. We're like, oh my god, it's so good, you have to watch, and then
I'm
people
just gonna
watch
do the
it
first
once.
episode. I want to do Computer Guy, but I don't think you're not ready mentally for Computer Guy.
gotta ease
So
me
I'm
into
just
it.
gonna show you this one first. And that's the end of it.
Yeah,
Oh, we can just watch the ooze. It's oh man, makes me
But-
sweat.
and
Makes
like I didn't see it the first time either, but Van
Oh.
talked about like other people talk about it. There's like a super thick theory about
Yep.
it's like British television changed like what was it, like the advertisements to kids, and so it was supposed to like suppress
um,
kids' creativity. So it just looks
Yeah.
like a crazy video.
Yeah. So
but
on the
it's actually
calendar,
just like this really deep message,
oh,
which is
it's
weird.
dude. There are so many. Like it's like they're artists. So like everything on screen has a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. Like the calendar always says, what is it? July 7th, July 9th, something like that.
July 19th or
July
something.
19th. Every episode it says the calendar says that date, and that's like July 19th, like 1951 or whatever. British Airways, BBC started. They changed how television was, like with commercials. They
Right.
didn't used to air commercials during, or like commercials like in the scripted television show, like where they're advertising within the show.
Yeah.
They never did that before with kids TV because like why would you? Kids aren't consumers, and they were like, we can turn them into consumers, and
Yeah.
it's a like that's the whole like evil side of it. So like the show is very uh it's a whole thing of like we're teaching kids about colors, but then there's like a hidden lesson underneath where it's like you gotta like green isn't creative though, right? Like you
Yeah.
can't not green. You gotta be creative
Right.
in the way we tell you to be creative. You
Right.
can't just be wild and free creative. We'll tell you what's creative, and just to let you know, when he says the color wheel, there's no green on there. Like I mean, he says green is not a color. There's no green on the color wheel. But when he shows the thought, when he says listen to the thoughts in your brain, which is scary, the brain has like all the different colors for the different sections of the brain,
Mhm.
and there is green on the brain. It's in the hippocampus where creativity comes from.
Oh.
Interesting little tidbit. I've seen
Yeah.
hours.
It's and they're all every episode is like
I was
that.
watching
They are
dude,
so good.
in the UK. It's crazy popular.
They
right
love
now.
it.
Dude. They have like entire like don't
Well-
hug me, I'm scared like party rooms. Like you just rent a space in the middle of London, and you open the door. It's a room this big, and it is wall to wall, floor to ceiling. Don't hug me, I'm scared. Just like decorate like a fucking kid's birthday party,
Huh.
and they just all these like UK people just like show up, and I remember seeing videos of it, going, man, I want to go there. That'd be so much fun. All these fucking just weird dorks like me obsessing over this weird. I don't know. I've never seen a show like that. So
Yeah.
like it kind of disturbed me, but I was so fascinated by it. So I couldn't like the first time I watched it, I couldn't understand what I was feeling watching it,
Mm-hmm.
and so I think that's why I got into the conspiracies because I was like the theories of them, like people dissecting it, because I was like, I gotta figure out what is the deal with this weird ass show,
Well,
and it's amazing.
it's kind of like the film that what's his face on The Office showed everybody. What's his name? The tall skinny guy.
Oh, Jim.
No, the other tall skinny guy.
Oh, I'm. You know what? I'll be honest. You're talking to the lowest Office fan right now because
Gabe.
I've only seen the
Gabe,
show
yeah.
twice.
Yeah, Gabe. That's
It
yeah,
shows
Gabe.
him that film that's supposed to make you uncomfortable.
Oh,
and,
yeah, I do remember that. I do remember that though.
and it's kind of the same thing, like just like
Yeah, dude. It is. It's very.
We
good
tell
at
so many
making you-
people about it, and we're like, it's so good, and they're like,
Yeah.
that was fucking weird, and we're like, yeah, that's why it's so
what's
good.
Yeah.
so good about
You go,
it.
what? That's
You
so
have to watch
weird.
it
I'm
so
like, I
many
know.
times to start understanding things. But I just want to say, I haven't looked very hard, and I've stumbled on a lot of duck red guy fanfic, and
I
I'm
just seen these the
scared.
other day.
Oh, it's very cool. You saw a lot of duck red guy fanfic. Is that what you just said?
Duck red guy seems to be the relationship people want, and I typed into Google, "Don't hug me, I'm
Well,
scared."
okay.
and
What's
went
your
to
opinion on that?
images.
What do you think about that then? What's your opinion, Trace? I have my
Um,
opinion on that.
I think any relationship is wrong between any of these three characters.
Whoa!
You have
Whoa!
you have a little boy.
Whoa!
You have a little boy.
Whoa! Dude!
You have a little boy.
No
an
relationship is
animal.
wrong, Trace. What are you doing? It's episode 69. Love is
Dude,
love, dude. You can't just say, you can't be walking around on my show.
I'm
Show.
talking about these
about-
three
talking about people-
characters.
All right. Well, we don't know their relationship, though. We don't know what they are to each other. There
In
are
whatever
theories.
space they live in, it's okay. But I'm talking in ours.
In
You
their
can't have an
world.
animal or a child in a relationship. And whatever red guy is, I don't know. I'm just
You know what's
saying.
funny? I haven't slept in like 2 days, I feel like. And all that, what I just did was almost like, I was like that last, like, burst of energy at like the last 100 meters, after a mile, where you're just like, I just gotta spend it all. And so no, I just sat down and I'm like, oh fuck.
You haven't slept in 2 days?
No, it's been more than that. But no, I mean I've slept in the last 2 days, but not as much as I would
No,
have
it's been
liked.
a week.
Because I've just been doing this and just getting everything going, and it's no one's problem but my own, my friend. Don't you worry about that. I've slept, just not as much as I like, which is probably like I probably slept 6 hours a night instead of 8.
Yeah.
It's not that bad, but just enough to where you're like,
I've stayed up over 24 hours many times.
yeah, I mean, oh yeah, me too, man, me too.
You do start to
Right.
kind of see things.
Oh, it's not good for your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely like it.
I think it's just my brain not keeping up with like what's going on out here. Like your brain doesn't.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And you see stuff out of the corner of your eye. You're just like, oh
yeah, dude.
I gotta go to sleep.
that was one thing with growing my hair out that I deal with all the time. Even if I have my headphone and my hair is just a little bit, just a little bit out, I'll just be like working on, I'm like, oh, fuck. Or like there'll be times where I'll feel like I won't have a shirt on, and then like one hair will just like I'll be up here and it'll fall and like run down my shoulder or something. I'm like, oh, nothing, just my fucking stupid hair. I should probably cut this, but I don't really want to yet. I don't really know what I'm gonna do.
Don't do it.
But I was kind of feeling like going shoulder length.
You're at your shoulder.
Oh, that's
no,
fine.
like stopping at the shoulders. I was kind of feeling like that, but only because like it's hard to wash my back. 'Cause I don't want to get soap in my hair. But like,
yeah, you just gotta use it as your back loofah.
I know, all right. That's what I mean. That's what I should do. Man, what were we talking about? So here's what I think about the red guy, Trace. These characters. These are the theories I know. I think they all live together. They're not related. You got the yellow guy who is supposed to be like a child.
Oh, really? I didn't.
Well,
I didn't pick that up from the very first episode.
No. Well, there's yeah. There's theories where it's like the yellow guy is like a child, like you're like a 5-year-old, like a 5 to 8-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
The duck or chicken or whatever the fuck that green thing is. No one's 100% sure. That one's like a teenager, like 12 to 15, maybe 16, and then the red guy is like 17 to 20-year-old, 19-year-old. That's why he's like, that's boring. Like, you're like, why are you trying to like get me? Because the red guy's always just like, why are you here? Like because there's always a character that shows up and sings to them. And he's always just like, what is going on? Like, why? I don't want to do this. I just want to. He's like, there's one episode where he's like, they're literally like trying to play a game, and there's a computer yelling at them. And he's like, come on, I'll show you how computers work. And he's like, we were doing this. I just want to do this. And he's like, come on. And he drags him over. And
so he was talking about the subliminal advertising and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It probably doesn't work. It doesn't work on him because
he's a little bit older, a little bit more mature.
He picks it up.
Yeah, and there's even
he's aware enough.
And there's a theory. I think it's canon now, but the yellow guy, his dad, is the one that runs the show. Which I think that is proven from the last episode of the YouTube series.
I think that's right. I think that's right.
Because the dad runs the show. Because there's a few as the show goes on, and on the YouTube show, as it goes on, if you pause literally like a millisecond at a time, there are times where you will see the dad just like standing in the corner of the room, just like facing the corner, like
yellow.
Just for like it's like a yellow guy's eyes are all fucking weird.
He's just like a distorted version of the yellow kid.
Yeah,
and like they'll be like one time the camera falls over. Like someone knocks over the camera, and you see the top of the set where the wall cuts off. There's no ceiling, and you see him up there, like looking down. Dude, it's creepy, dude. It's a fun show. You and your wife should watch it with your baby.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Hey, you know what? What just made me think after just saying that. Welcome to the show, everybody. Mellow Brick Road. Hi. I think we already started the show, but I'm just gonna say the intro now. Just in case no one knew from this, we're episode 69. I am Van Windsor. I am the host. Throwing an arrow over my buddy Kenny here to Trace. Trace is sitting over there in the grass, tall grass, Ant-Man style.
Yeah, we put grass in the office, and it's so comfy, so I'm up in it.
Yeah, I feel like I need to bug spray it. Just in case.
Is this leftover from the field or from like the sideline?
This was in a shed.
Yeah.
I think this isn't like what's on the field now.
I don't think so. No, it's probably sideline or something. I'd say.
No, it's real. We'll have to mow it. So.
Yeah, probably. But I did think about because when it gets colder, obviously insects and stuff, spiders, and they all try to come inside your house, and I feel like a spider is gonna come in here and is gonna
Prime
see
real
this and be like,
estate.
"Oh shit!" I thought I
Free real
I thought I went inside, but like this outside, oh, there's a sky too. Like, whoa,
Oh, he's gonna love it in
it's
here.
so warm. It's always summer in this outside room. So I just feel like I might have to do something about that, but I don't know how that's gonna work. I might have to email me, mellowbrickroad@podcast@gmail.com, or message me on Instagram. I don't know. Let me know if spraying bug spray in a room is bad. Like fumigating just one
Nah,
room in a
you're good.
house.
No, you
sure
can
it'll
do
be
that.
I'm sure. I bet too. If I just stay in here, like shut all the doors, and, like seal them, and just stay in here while I'm doing the bug spray, I think it'll be fine too.
You
Breathe
stay
all that
here?
in.
Yeah.
I think if I breathe in all the toxins while I'm watching Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, I think I'll get to the root of the whole show.
Well, it's like the vaccine. Like you just have to give yourself a little bit first. So you spray it in your mouth, and then you spray the bug spray, and then it's fine.
Yeah.
Like if you get used to it and spray a lot, then you're good.
You gotta acquire a taste. It's like the first time you drink beer.
Yeah,
But you're like, you're like, this is gross, and you're like, yeah, everyone thinks it's gross the first time. You got to get used to the taste. You have to continuously drink beer.
Your
For it
life
to
just has
taste
to get
good.
worse, so it tastes
Yeah.
better.
I guess
I
it's
think
either
the other
like
thing is worse.
it's either like I think
When
for
you're young, it doesn't taste good.
in my
because
life-
life's okay.
yeah, I guess yeah. Same with coffee. Coffee isn't good. Coffee's never good unless you need coffee.
Yeah.
And beer is the best when you've worked all day and you come home and you're done and you
Yep.
get that
Yep.
beer. That's when beer is like, I can drink any beer. Yeah, because I'm very picky about my beer. But if if I worked all day and you can give me any beer, I'll be like, that's the most refreshing shit I've
Yeah.
ever had. The second one, I'll start yelling at you, but the first one's gonna be the best. Yeah, I like it. Let's see. You know what? While we're here, talking with my good friend Kenny Smithey, he's been here before. You were here not too long ago, I feel like, or maybe that was.
It's like sometime last year.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. No, it was a while ago.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Van
But
has no idea what day it is.
I haven't slept in 2 days. I don't know what's going on. And firstly, I wanted to say, if you're not watching, you gotta watch because we have been talking about One Piece the last few weeks because the live action show came out and I've been getting into it. I'm in the Golden Bell arc right now. They're still on Skypiea in the show, so they're still fighting Inaru, thank you. Inaru. They're looking for Nico Robin's looking for the Golden Bell. So I don't know what's going to happen there, but I still got like 20 episodes left in that arc, so we'll see. I can't wait. I thought it was already over on Netflix. The chapters, it's like Skypiea, and then it goes to the Golden Bell arc. So I thought, because at first I thought I was still in Skypiea arc,
Right.
but it's the same island, but it doesn't matter. I just wanted to compliment you on your fucking sweet One Piece shirt, dude. That is a sweet shirt. Actually, I like it a lot. I'm like jealous of it.
I have a Nami one too with like her.
Ooh.
I think it's like her wanted poster.
Oh,
picture
that's
on
bad.
it, with all like the gold around her.
That's what I would want. I would want a wanted poster shirt. That'd be sick. That sounds really cool. I was just telling Mason about it. He was telling me a lot of people hate the Skypiea arc,
It just takes.
or they skip past it because it's kind of boring and it is very long. And I was like, yeah, I guess it kind of gets boring. But whenever I think the show is getting like in a lull or like a little bit slow or boring or whatever, Nami just like out of nowhere, she just decides that like, you know what, sleeves and a full shirt. I'm not feeling it anymore.
Yep.
And she just puts on like the tiniest bikini top for like the next 40 episodes. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'm gonna keep watching.
They had to do something.
It's like they knew that the show was getting in a lull, and they're like, let's just put Nico Robin and Nami in like the smallest outfits we can, and that way it just gets going a little bit more. But that's my theory, at least. Just watching it for the first time, I think Skypiea is fun for the first time watching it because it's got like God. It's got God.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I don't even know like there's like goat angels. Trace goat angels.
I've seen one episode. I know what the fuck's going on.
You saw the live action episode though.
Oh,
it was good. It was good.
I enjoyed the live action. What did you think of it?
I liked it. It's not canon, or yeah.
I don't think it's canon.
No, I mean, it doesn't go along exactly.
Not
with
perfect.
That.
They can't though. It's too many.
Yeah, they just wanted to kind of speed it up, which is fine.
I think it's
they left out some
for
stuff.
People,
like,
they definitely did. Oh yeah. I think for people that have never gotten into anime ever or have never gotten into like animation, I think it's a good like stepping stone for people to like get interested in actually watching the anime.
Yeah.
For sure, because like the show is really fun and it's kind of exciting. And then because I always tell everyone who's seen it, I'm like, yeah, but the animated show is like 10 times sillier. Like
Right.
the live action is fun, it's funny, there's jokes and whatnot, it's action packed. The anime is like a different level of entertainment. It is so much fun. It's hilarious at times, and it gets very violent. Like it's actiony. It gets very action packed. I like it.
I could see myself sliding to the animated over the live action. Like I enjoyed the live action just because it was new and everybody's like, "Oh, you gotta watch it." And I'm like, I don't know anything. It should probably go back to where it all came from.
The animation,
I can see myself doing that.
The animation at first is pretty.
It's pretty like
subpar.
I'd say it's like very average or like late '90s anime. It's just like it looks like Dragon Ball Z. It looks like kind of Dragon Ball, like kind of rougher. I'm sure it gets smoother.
Yeah.
As it, I'm still so I've gone through 179 episodes. I'm on 179 now, and there's so much more.
Well, like
so much show.
Sometimes the characters look like they're like 15 foot tall.
Yes, they do. Dude,
you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? The proportions get better throughout the show.
The proportions are really goofy at times, but that's kind of fun, especially when you have characters like Chopper, who's like a tiny little like reindeer the size of a grape, and then like he becomes this like ginormous Hulk reindeer.
Yeah.
But he also
gets even bigger.
No shit. I started playing.
He does.
Trace and I were playing PlayStation the other day, and I saw there was a ton of One Piece games on PlayStation, like open map, open world games, and I was like, holy shit, I wanted to get them all. And there was a demo of one called Odyssey, right? One Piece Odyssey. And as soon as I started playing it, I was like,
pretty new,
I think it came out this year. Actually,
oh, here it is, right here.
And I was like, oh, this is definitely like current anime, maybe, or manga or whatever, because I see like 3 ship mates that I've never seen before.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, I definitely don't. And like Usopp had like crazy long hair. He looks so fucking cool.
Yeah, it's
everyone had like facial hair and stuff, and I was like, what is going on right now?
It's after the 2-year time skip. They like. Yeah, it's called the time
2-year time skip.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like they
skip forward in time like 2 years.
The show does?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
To like make them all more adults.
Yeah, you know what? Like it's the same thing.
They mature a lot as well.
You do in D&D, same thing. You know, sometimes you want to do a fucking badass arc for your characters, and you're like, yeah, but they're just a little bit less experienced. You guys are gonna be level 5 when we start this.
Well, I think they wanted to justify like the fan service of Nami and make her, like.
Oh yes.
Because they're like all underage in the show.
Yeah.
So they do the 2-year time skip and make them all like.
Nah, Nami's 19 at least in the beginning of the show, just for my sake. If I was 15, I'd be like, yeah, she's 15 too, because it's when you're underage, it's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But as soon as you cross that threshold, and it's like, I wish you wouldn't have told me that.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all kids. When I started.
Well, you know what? They're first of all, they're cartoon characters, and this is satire. I'm joking, so I don't feel bad anymore. Fuck all of you for making me feel bad. Not you, Trace. Just the audience making me feel bad.
Man, that derailed.
I know nothing of what you're talking about.
That's how I felt with that one show you were just talking about, but I try to pick up. I was like, yeah.
I've been noticing I get a little bit too carried away sometimes with like the shows that I like, because I'll start to, especially with Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared in One Piece, because I'm always into Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, and I'm super into One Piece right now, so I could go off.
It's like the live action is like the #1 streamed
Netflix
show right now.
I will say this though, live action and anime, and I haven't read the manga, but I'm sure the manga too. Zoro, he's forever my senpai.
Yeah,
forever. Zoro's so fucking cool. His introduction into the live action one was badass too. When he came in with did that sword squish thing with all the candles went out. I love when swordsmen do that shit in movies. That shit's so cool. How do they do that?
Does he really swing the sword with his mouth?
Yes,
that's a thing.
Three sword style.
So I was like skeptical how it was gonna look in the live action. Like it was just gonna like.
He's actually when he puts it in his mouth, I was like, no shit, we're doing it. Oh my god!
It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look like a. I don't know.
Mason and I have talked about this, dude. So many characters I can't wait to see in the live action. That's kind of why I want more live action, just to see the characters. Like I want to see Mr. 3. with his big fucking hair.
Yeah.
Like all the Baroque work guys. Like I want to see Mr. 3 with his big hair. I gotta see Mr. 2. I gotta see what Mr. 2 looks like. The ballerina with the big poofy skirt thing and like the really like
he
not
comes back in the show
like
too.
like noodly legs. Not athletic looking legs. They're noodly and they're hairy. Like I gotta see what
he's
this
got
fucking character
fucking
looks like.
swans on his shoulder or something.
Yeah, he's got so he can take them off.
He comes back in the show.
Mason got me into the show. Like he'd always tell me about watching it, and he said the creator is like the king of callbacks. He's like he'll like 100 episodes will go by, and then he'll bring in like some random person that you thought you'd never see again. He just drops them in, and you're like, what the hell? You're back. So like the way they look, I thought the looks of everyone I thought was cool. I liked the looks. I can't believe Arlong looked. They had the nose thing for Arlong. I thought it was amazing.
Pretty good. Yeah.
But I remember seeing that, like seeing, crap, what's his name again? The Marines kid.
Oh, Kobe.
God, I keep forgetting. I saw that person because Kobe. We all know what Kobe. If you've seen the show, you know what Kobe looks like. Here he is. Put a picture of him right there. It's Kobe just Bryant. Like super round glasses, that weird bowl cut.
Exactly like him.
It looks like so. It looks so like it's like weirdly, really well.
Yeah.
It's so well. It's like, how did you get someone that looks like that?
But they I don't know. They stick with Kobe for a while, like in the live action. They follow him a lot more than they did in the anime because they're just like, he joins the Marines, and then you don't see him.
They definitely did like they're doing like a moral thing with like, what does it mean to be a pirate? I mean, that's what the whole manga's about anyway. What does it mean to be a pirate? Truly, what does it mean?
Yeah.
What are the moral implications of like pirates or Marines or I guess law enforcement or people that aren't in law enforcement and like all these different angles of these things. I think the Netflix show, I don't know, it almost treated it like a I don't know, it just centered on that. It just centered on that, on Kobe and Luffy's relationship a lot more.
Yeah.
And it probably will continue to do that. I hope it doesn't. I hope it does like the fun stories also. But because there's a lot of crazy, there's so much resources they could pull for that show. I don't know. I don't know what they could do. It's not like Game of Thrones where Game of Thrones had like one book and they just did the whole season off it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they could combine entire arcs for One Piece, which is kind of weird. I don't really know how that would.
It'll be definitely an abridged version. Like
I think so, which may not be the worst thing.
No, it'll be.
It could be a thing of like, oh, you want to watch? I've always wanted to watch One Piece, but it's so like intimidating, and you go, oh, watch the live action, just and see if you like the stories, and if you do, you can watch the anime for like the stretched out version of the live action, which is pretty much I guess it is an abridged version. That's a good way to say it. Yeah. Trace,
your thoughts?
I have nothing to add to this. I apologize.
That's okay.
I was just letting you guys have your moment because I just don't know anything. But I will say I was looking up pictures. I like Mr. 8.
Mr. 8?
He's got like curled hair and it has guns in it. So that's my contribution.
Are you looking at it right now?
I looked up.
Right
yeah, I'll put a picture. I'll put a picture. I gotta look up Mr. 8 though because I can't think of what he.
I literally went down the line. You said Mr. 2. And then I went Mr. 3, Mr. 4.
Okay, Ma. That's him. Trace, that's what he does all the time in the show. He will walk up behind a group of people that aren't looking at him, and he'll just go, "Mama, mama."
Yeah, and all the characters, like the bad guys, will
have
weird laughs.
Oh my god!
I didn't see that in the show very much. They all have like very, very distinct laughs.
I love anime villains so much.
Is Mr. 2 a bad guy?
Well, okay. Well, here's the thing, man. He's part of the Baroque Works, right? Baroque Works.
Okay.
And those are pirates that work for the Marines, right? Or no, Baroque Works are just bad guys.
It's been so long since I'm rewatching it right now.
Okay.
So yeah.
I think it's like
Mr. 2. Spoiler alert. He's good.
Oh. The first time they met him, they were like, "This guy's cool," and then later they found out he was part of Baroque Works, and they were like, "Dude, what the heck? You're an asshole."
Tricked him. Yeah.
You were like, "We thought you were a cool guy," because then he had all their faces. Mm-hmm. Oh man, that was so cool.
He just like touches them.
Yeah.
He has to touch them, and then he can.
I love the gum fruits. Man, or not gum fruits. The
fruits.
devil fruits. Yeah. If you could, sorry, I'll keep going. I mean, you keep going. Sorry, I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop going.
I was just gonna say, Mr. 2. I found a fan casting for Jim Carrey to play Mr. 2.
It'd be awesome. Yeah, I've seen that too.
That seems right.
That would be an incredible casting. Did you see who was it cast as the doctor?
Yeah.
Chopper's doctor, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis
that was a good casting too.
Yeah, looks exactly like her.
I feel like
did they cast her or is it?
No, it's just fan casting.
People thought it was a good idea. Yeah.
I think I seen a fake post from her saying that she would. Like once the strike's over and stuff, that she would love to.
She loves doing that, like being in all kinds of projects.
I don't know if that was real or not. I don't know if it's like. I thought it might have been one of those like Donald Trump tweet things.
I saw like I saw a photo. Do they still call it tweets? Is it still tweets, or what do you call it when you tweet on X? That sounds like a drug. When you tweet on X, what happened when you're tweaking on X? What happens? Yeah, I don't know how that works. Because it's tweeting, which is so much better. Twitter, which is a bird, and you tweet because birds tweet. X is like,
and the bird's name's Larry.
Gayest shit of all time.
Huh? Yeah, Larry the bird.
Larry the bird. The bird is named Larry after Larry Bird.
The Twitter bird?
Yeah, the blue little guy.
Yeah,
really?
The little blue bird. Yeah,
it had a name.
That's what they say. I don't know.
I think that was for real. Like,
interesting. That's kind of okay. That's
a little
cool.
Bit of internet lore.
Like maybe the founder was like a big, who's not a Larry Bird fan.
He's the greatest.
White guys can jump. He proved it, and they can talk hella trash too. Apparently, because he was very mean on the court. Trace, I can't remember if I sent you this or if you sent this to me, but those bubble home things we were watching, those videos of the bubble homes, because I've been looking for a place, my own little space where we can have the podcast and all my other stuff.
Studio.
I think this would be pretty cool. I guess I'll share it with you guys here. No, that's Mr. 8 there with the guns in his hair. God, he's so annoying. But all of a sudden I'm like, I love that he does that. Now that I'm looking at it. Okay, let's pull this up.
I literally went down the line and was like, okay, Mr. 8's my favorite of what I've seen. So,
Mr. 8's your favorite?
I mean, of the Mr. numbers that I looked at, I was like, 8's pretty cool.
Well, now, like, being further into the show, like Mr. 2.
You like Mr. I like Mr. 2 as well. I liked Mr. 3 just because the hair. I think
the candle guy. He's
that wax was really cool. Yeah, the wax fruit. Oh, before we get into this building houses, yeah, wax. I think it's the wax fruit. I'm gonna stop sharing real fast. If you had to choose a devil fruit, and Trace, devil fruit are, if you eat these fruit, it will give you a special power of some kind. There's like thousands of these.
There's different types of fruit too, like different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there's like Zoan type. That's
right, the Chopper has.
Yeah. He's a human fruit.
Yeah, the human fruit, right? Right, because it turned the reindeer and anthropomorphic.
Turned reindeer into a person.
Yeah. Trace, if you had to choose a devil fruit, which would you want? Like a power that you could have.
But there's a side.
Oh yeah, but you can't.
Side effect.
Yeah, you can't ever swim. Like the Mother Ocean turns her back on you, and you can no longer swim, and you drown almost immediately in the water.
Is that everybody's side effect?
Yes,
yeah,
I think so.
Yeah,
it's funny because they're all pirates, so they can't. None of
I guess
these
that's
like
kind of the.
Yeah.
Is there not one that gives you the ability to swim really well?
Now that is actually
and then they cancel
really funny.
Do they cancel each other out, or
you know what, Trace? Do you know the answer to that? Because I don't. That's a good question. I've never even thought of that.
I don't know.
Because if you can swim and then you eat the fruit and now you can swim even better, but then you lose the ability to swim, you're back to
you lose
your ability to swim.
You lose your powers too if you're in the water. Like if you're just like they just like sometimes put you in like some salt water.
That may cancel it out.
We're gonna call Mason. We're gonna ask him real fast.
I can't think of it right now.
If someone...
What are some other powers I'm trying to think of?
What's up?
That would be
Mason,
dope.
What's going on, buddy? You're on the Mellow Brick Road right now. I got a question for you.
Okay.
All right. Just a quick question here. So I was asking. We were talking about One Piece as usual, of course, and I was asking Kenny and Trace what if they could choose a devil fruit to eat, which one would they choose? And Trace asked if there was a devil fruit that gave you the ability to swim. And I don't know. I thought that was a smart question. I feel like I don't know the answer.
There might be one, but the thing is, even if there was one, then
you lose your abilities when you go into the water too.
Yeah,
I don't know if you lose your abilities, because remember one time Luffy got the cement on his feet with Arlong, and he got underwater, and they stretched his neck all the way to the surface.
Doesn't he?
So
yeah, no, you keep your powers, you just lose all your energy. So
lose all your energy.
Yeah, but what about the sea prism stone stuff?
You could get
I
one
don't even know what that means.
Breathe in water, probably.
Like kind of like a gilligil fruit.
Yeah, and
or probably it'd be like a fish fruit or something. It'd be something like that. Scale fruit, or I don't know.
Yeah.
So you can't think of anything off the top of your head though.
Not that I've seen. I mean, it would basically be just you would lie on the bottom of the ocean.
you just lay there. You just couldn't move ever. You're just stuck. That would blow. Yeah. It'd be like the sea sponge fruit, where you just lay there.
Brook can run across the water.
That's badass. That's a good.
I think
that's just
cool.
Because he's a skeleton and he's light.
See, Brook was in the game.
Yeah.
I saw Brook. I was like, you got a fucking talking skeleton on their crew now. Mason, if you had to choose a devil fruit to eat, which would you choose?
I don't know. I think I would want one where like I could like teleport or fly though.
Teleport? Or
teleport.
Slide?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Just don't teleport into water, I guess. Or a fish tank. I think it only works with salt water. Okay, cool. Well, Mason, that's all I really needed from you. So you have a lovely rest of your hangover.
Yeah.
Bye, Mason.
Take care. And God bless.
God bless. Peace and blessings. All right. Wow. I honestly, I've never thought of that question, Trace. I think you're a genius now. I'm glad you're part of the show.
That's what I'm here for.
Do you have a fruit that you would eat?
If I had to eat a devil fruit, I would want one. The gum fruit is really good.
That's great.
I think I like the chop fruit. Let me think. I've only seen so many. I think I would choose. Man, teleport's good. Damn it! I'm just saying everyone else's devil fruits now.
Well, yeah, you just have to choose from like the known ones.
Yeah, I think I would choose one that would give me like flight fruit. I think I would choose a flight fruit or a Spider-Man fruit. Spidey fruit. Is there one of the like Spider-Man powers?
It would make you turn into like a spider or something.
Oh, it probably would. Yeah, it'd be some bullshit like that.
There is Zoan type fruits that make you into animals.
That's kind of cool.
One guy that can turn into he's like a T-Rex.
Whoa! Oh, okay. If I had to choose a Zoan type fruit, I would choose one that made me into either an orangutan or a spider monkey.
Yeah,
one of those two. What about you? What about you, Kenny? What would you choose? If you had to choose a devil fruit or just a fruit to eat. That would give you powers, I guess.
Okay.
Let me be.
Oranges are great. The one that Whitebeard has is pretty cool, where you can just like shatter reality.
Whoa, that would be pretty sick. Does he do it? Like per person? He shatters like your reality.
Yeah, wherever he's at, he can just basically it just like breaks like glass.
Whoa! Whoa!
So things just kind of are up and everywhere.
Yeah. So like, oh, whoa. Okay, that's kind of crazy.
What's that movie that kind of does that? It's kind of like in
Thanos kind of does that with the Reality Stone, right? Or is it like he can like change reality, or is it like an illusion thing, where he's like actually changing it? Fuck me, man. I thought about maybe Mr. Two's, the way he can like transform. That'd be kind of cool. But I feel like I'd immediately become a pervert doing that. So that's why I'm like, no.
You have Nami's.
Exactly what I'm saying.
Not Nami's, but I mean Robin's.
I would become like some woman, or I'd eventually become some hot dude too, and just like I just play with myself all day. I'd get nothing done. That's why I don't want to do it.
I just found a list with
I would just get
207 fruits listed.
Which would you
like
choose?
who has it? The first one I saw is horrifying.
Flame fruit's awesome.
Yeah, flame's pretty good.
There's ring fruit, which allows you to drain liquid from other people and objects, transferring it to your own body.
Oh yeah, ring fruit.
That's
I just love the names. The names make me
freaky.
He was like, like squeezes. That's because
Charlotte Smoothie is what it says.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You don't see
and
her
then
until the.
There is a warp fruit, allows users to freely teleport themselves.
It's a good one.
That's cool. Yeah, some of them are like
kind of lame. The candle ones.
Oh yeah.
It's like
some of them are pretty lame.
Stuff into candle wax.
Yeah, some of them are. Where you're just like, that's your power.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen My Hero Academia?
Yeah, some of it.
It's like, I haven't seen the whole thing, but it's like that where like some of the powers, like that's the whole thing is like there's people that have like really cool powers, and there's some people that like, oh, your power is that you look like a frog. That's it. And like it's the same thing. It's the same thing with X-Men. X-Men has those mutants that like their powers are just that they look weird.
Yeah.
So like they get cast out of society just because they look like demons or whatever. Like whatever, the mutation doesn't change anything about them.
They're just a mutated person.
It's just a mutated person. Yeah. So like they just get shunned, which is so sad.
There is a swim fruit that allows you to swim through solid ground and walls.
Oh, I've seen that. Yep. Yeah.
That's pretty badass. But
you forget a lot of the stuff that's in like what you've seen in the past, like. Because there's so many episodes.
Oh,
I'm almost caught up to the very end.
Yeah.
So like that.
Oh yeah, all the beginning stuff.
Yeah, just kind of goes away.
Yeah, I hear you there. I mean,
I want to share one more.
I couldn't even remember. I can't even remember it now. Coda. Kobe. See, I did it. I couldn't remember. I was thinking of my best friend Dakota. All right, what are you saying, Trace?
The last one I want to share is tone fruit, which allows users to transform their body parts into a musical instrument, creating sound waves that can damage enemies. That's pretty fucking dope. It's like kind of goofy, but kind of fucking dope at the same time.
What's that Elton John song where he's like, solid walls of sound? It's Benny and the Jets. It's Benny and the Jets. He says something like how he blasts out sound and it like hits you, like solid walls of sound are hitting you, and that just made me think of that little song there. I'll probably cut that part out. Okay, here's what I want to talk about though. Last thing I want to say.
Something else sometime.
Yeah, well, I tried to, and then I went back to the One Piece. Okay, so this is something that Trace and I were looking at the other day. These bubble houses, which is like I don't know if it's new, but it's like a different way of building a home or a building for a lot cheaper. Like this space right here, I think it says like $3,500, like building cost.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and so they pump up this balloon, sort of whatever shape they want. They dig a foundation, put the balloon in there, fill it up. They cover it with steel cables, steel wires.
Rebar.
Yeah, it's just probably.
And then once they have the shape that they want, like shaped out with the cables, they just spray concrete. They just fucking spray concrete on it. It dries. It's like a balloon. You just pop the balloon on the inside, or not pop it. You just let out air. Because it says you can reuse the balloon like tons of times.
Yeah, I can see. I mean, that part's probably fairly cheap, doing the shell of the home or office or whatever you're using it at, but like finishing it on the inside. Finishing is always what costs the most.
You got to build the walls. You got to build the different.
And it's not like it's a square building.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. How do you build? You gotta build fucking curved doors now, and oh wow.
But why couldn't you do a square balloon situation? Right? I mean, if you had it like stitched or whatever, you could get it to blow up. I feel like you could simplify it, but yeah, everybody in the comments on that video is like, "Yeah, there's no way that's $3,500," and it's like, all right, dickhead, we're working on it. Like, it might not be $3,500 to build a house, but
the shell part,
build this part, and if you were doing like, I would want just one of those little orbs.
Yeah, like one of those. Show the little one.
Yeah, just get one of those little ones. I have like a little I would put turf on top of it or actual grass and make it like a little hobbit hole thing.
Yeah, you can buy those. Yeah, you can buy those little hobbit homes.
Yeah. Well, I want to do this.
Like a natural...
I want to do it this way.
I think it's cool because modern architecture sucks. Like, it's so boring and Like, if that was downtown in a city, I would be like, that's the coolest building ever. And they'd be like, yeah, it cost $5,000. I'd be like, sweet. That's
Have you
like the coolest
guys
thing.
ever seen those?
Yeah, look at that little Hobbit home.
Those like storage container houses that they build now, where they just take a bunch of storage containers. When I was living in Lincoln, there was a house. It was like on the way to and from work. It was a house on a corner that they were building like for 2 years with storage containers, and like every couple of weeks you'd see like another one on top of it, and then like you're eventually like, what? Because at first, like for like 7 months, you're like, what is this disgusting pile of these containers do? This looks horrible. And then like all of a sudden, like they'll paint them, and you're like, okay, now it just looks like like one piece of a weird pile, and then all of a sudden you start seeing like glass doors and like windows and like front porch. You know, like you start going like, wait a second, because I didn't know what they were building at first, and then slowly I was like, wait a second, is this a house? And then like as it just kept going, I was like, holy shit, this is the coolest looking house I've ever seen in my entire life. Like I don't know, yeah, it's just like modern architecture. It's just different, I guess, which is why it looks so cool.
I've seen them.
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
They've built them into like, you know, the big thing, especially, you know, in this area, rural areas, is the barn dominiums or barn doors.
Oh yeah,
I've seen them do it with the storage containers. They kind of meld the two together. Like they use that like part of it, and then they'll build a framing around it using the.
Dude, it's cool. I like when people do that kind of stuff where they try and like use the older stuff, like stuff that's not being used as much, and like reuse it or like implement something with it or around it, so it's like it's still like sort of being used in a way, because if not, it just sits there and it just rots. And
the problem with that, like, you know, that becomes popular. Like when people first started doing it, the storage unit things were probably like, oh, we want to get rid of it.
Yeah,
you know, get it off my hands. And now they're like, oh, I know what I got.
Sell it.
Here's 10.
Yeah,
dude, it would cost so much to buy a storage container. Probably even like an old one, it would cost a bunch.
Getting on the trend is worse, you know.
Once it gets popular, you gotta get in at the very beginning, the early days when it's free. Turf game.
Yeah.
When it's free, and then once it starts getting popular and everyone starts shilling out all this money, how did you get that turf in your studio, Van and Trace? Like it cost me like $50,000. It cost me $50,000, 5 times of that, to get turf in my bedroom, and I'm not even. How could you afford that? And I just go, you just got to believe in yourself, man. You just got to not give up on your dreams and just keep working hard and subscribing to that Patreon. That's all you got to do. And then I become a sellout like Matthew McConaughey. I don't know. He's a sellout. I don't know if I should have said that.
Sorry, Matthew.
I'm getting kind of fired up. We got to move to the last segment. I know I said the last because this is episode 69, and I've been promising everyone some sexy stuff. Ooh. It's also October. Well, right now, as we're recording, it's October 1st. That's true. And it's October, so it's spooky season, so I wanted to do something kind of spooky. And then I remembered last second, oh, fuck, I've been saying sexy stuff, too. So I had to find a little bit of both, you know? A little sexy, a little scary, which is like my wheelhouse. It's exactly what I want. I want Nami in a bikini top, hanging out with Freddy Krueger. That's what I want, which is a Freddy Krueger movie, I guess. Just any 80s horror movie.
Please send us a picture of that if anybody can.
Oh yeah, please send it to me, Van Windsor on Instagram. Ooh wee. Okay, so this.
Oh, you just want it personally, not to the.
Oh yeah. I guess If you guys, I'll show it to you guys. I'll show it.
He needs to see it first.
I gotta see it first. I gotta approve it. I gotta make sure. I gotta make sure the picture works. You know what I mean? All right. So.
Start your segment.
So I found this article written back October 23rd of 2020, written by the username Danny Janae. The article is called "Rating Villains, Monsters, and Cryptids on a Scale of Sexiness." Okay, and I just want to see. I'm going to read through some of these, and I'm just going to see if we agree with the opinions or if we want to change it. Okay.
We need to throw up pictures so we have.
Do
like a hot or not type of thing.
Oh, that's a good idea too. We'll do a hot or not poll on Spotify. That's what we do. Yeah. Okay. So the first one we're gonna start with, and I thought this was gonna be just cryptids, but she has chosen a bunch of different villains, bad guys, a bunch of stuff like that. So The first one is Krampus. We all know who Krampus is? Or no? Do we need a refresher?
We talked about it on the show.
We talked about Krampus. Krampus not last Christmas. The demon Santa, basically, with the long tongue who likes to lick children. Let's see. He's more of a Christmas than Halloween, but so automatically I'm like, not even Halloween stuff. Kind of scary, but
what do you want from me?
This person thinks. Well, I'm gonna read you what she says, and then we'll deliberate.
Yeah, we need our scale.
So she thinks the Krampus is sexy with an exclamation point. I'm gonna say that right now. Exclamation point after that. I know you're screaming, Danny, how? Danny, why? And honestly, I gotta admit, it's the tongue. And you know what, Danny? I knew it would be the tongue. I think I talked about this last Christmas too. Krampus is this big black monster with skin that looks like velvet and a bright pink tongue that comes to a point and curls at the end. A girl just knows a tongue like that could put in work. And those rippling muscles, wow. I'm a sucker for strong arms, and Krampus delivers. He's got to be able to pick up kids and steal them away into the cold night, so of course, his upper body is something to be envied. Krampus rating, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
They thought a lot more
what the
about
hell
this
did I just read?
than I did.
What?
That was all word for word, by the way. All that.
Doesn't he have like a goat's bottom end?
Yeah,
he does. So
Trace, you can look up. I'm gonna show Kenny the pictures, but you can, yeah.
I'm looking up stuff, and I could not.
I don't think Krampus is that sexy. I mean, she makes up sort of valid points, but one, I don't think he's going for adult women.
No, he's going for kids.
He goes for kids. He goes for kids. He doesn't go for adults.
He's a fucking pedophile. I don't want him.
Right? And so he's a half goat.
The women like a bad boy. So.
They do like a bad boy, and
they
love
think
horses.
They can change him.
Well, and he's got a goat's bottom end, and goats have that kind of musk smell. And some women
they do. They're hard-headed. Women love hard-headed dudes because they think they can change them. That's why. And you know what it is? Because she's distracted by the kids. She thinks that he's like a family man because he takes kids.
Good with the kids.
He steals kids. She doesn't just like hang out with kids. He steals them. It's not Michael Jackson just hanging out with them. He doesn't get permission. He just takes them. Like Michael Jackson. And yeah, I don't think 10 out of 10.
Allegedly. Jesus
I would say Krampus. I'm moving on. I would say Krampus. Not 10 out of 10.
2.
A 2 out of 10, you'd say?
Maybe 1.
The kid licking really does it.
The kid, yeah, I think so too. I think I think
the
honestly,
dental
I'm gonna go 2 or 3.
The dental hygiene is terrible.
She tries.
The horns are hot.
The horns are
very
cool.
Fucking
rock and roll. The horns are cool. Are they sexy? Yeah, they're of all the parts of him, they are the sexiest, of course, because they are devil horns or goat horns, which is fucking rock and roll. Hail Satan, dude. But like, I don't think if I would sleep with Krampus if I knew I could get an in with Satan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I could like either an
they
in with Satan.
They text each other.
I think so too. I think they at least text each other for sure. Either an in with Satan or Santa, if that's not already the same person.
He probably just sends dirty memes to Santa though. You know
that would be so
mean?
funny, dude. He'd be like, he's sitting there, he's like, Kenny, look what I just sent Nick. Look what I just old Saint Nick. And you're like, Krampus, you fucking crazy, man. He's gonna get so mad. Okay, so you think 2 out of 10? I think 2 or 3. You thinking maybe the same?
Yeah, I'm right in that.
I think Now this next one I might skip over just because it's pretty generic. It's just demons. Just demons. Which, by the way, demons not so cool. Also bad guys.
Yeah.
I mean, these are all bad guys, I guess, but I don't think demons are supposed to be sexy.
Well, it depends on,
Let's see what she says. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try and read this more like the dating show as much as I can. So, contestant number 2, demons. I believe Krampus might technically be a demon, but he's not. But I wanted to expand past him to demons of all sizes, colors, and genders. I think there's something that just naturally draws me to evil on the screen. From mean, vilified femmes to villains being queer-coded, I am very into the quote-unquote bad guy. So with demons, their proximity to these topics draws me in. I think about the popular depictions of demons as these gaunt little devils that almost prance around. To make matters worse, for me, there is for some reason a bunch of demon porn, mostly beautiful women having sex with these horned, winged creatures, getting absolutely demolished by a demon. Rating 100 out of 10.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think that wasn't even a good argument for demons at all.
No.
Yeah, no.
She just said she saw a bunch of porn. She said she likes the bad guys. I think she just said she saw a bunch of porn of demons.
What are the
That's all she said.
What are the sex demons? And there's incubi.
Incubi.
And succubi.
Succubi.
Incubus.
Succubi the corner of the room.
One's a boy, one's a girl. But those are
I think the succubi is female and the incubi is male, I believe. mellowbrickroad.podcast@gmail.com. Let us know what the sexy demons are, because we can't remember. That's a good point. I didn't think about those. So
that's the only thing I could think of would be the.
But she's saying all demons. So not just those demons. You have to deal with the ones that like dip your balls in hot tar. Yeah. The ones that are shoving pokers down your throat and in your ears.
Oh, they're into BDSM. Those demons.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what she's into. I think that's
what if it's will this sweeten the pot for you? What if it's the Hellraiser demons?
Oh, what are those called?
Closer to your sorry. No, you're fine.
I keep getting away from it.
I almost said succubites. That's close.
It's something bites.
Something bites, yeah.
Cinnabites.
Cinnabites, yeah.
I like Cinnabon.
And if those Cinnabites, which one would you choose? If you can think of them off the top of your head, which would you choose?
I can't think of too many off the top of my head.
I would choose the one with the teeth, them chompers.
All teeth.
I don't know why. I just like that one.
Oh, the guy that
he just constantly chatters because
his eyes aren't even. His lips are he doesn't even have eyes, right?
Yeah,
that's
I don't want him to see me.
That's a BDSM thing.
That's what he does.
Because they all wear like leather and stuff, right?
Or the main Cenobite.
Chatterer. Jesus.
The one with the pins and Pinhead.
Pinhead.
Yeah. Did you see the new Hellraiser? Oh, it's pretty good. I actually thought it was really well made. And the new Cenobites, that's one of the chompers is one.
Yeah.
And the female Pinhead, fucking terrifying. So I think all the Cenobites did a great job. I thought it was great.
Now that it's October, I'll have to.
That's a good idea. Oh yeah, it is October. I do want to start watching scary movies, and talking about them for the show. Every week, just whatever I saw. I can't think of even the last horror movie I saw this year. It's probably Hellraiser. That was probably last year. I don't remember. Let's move on to the next. So demons, what do we think? 100 out of 10. I think it's way too high. I would probably go 5 or 6, just because the proportions of the different demons. I feel like I'd get some shitty ones I wouldn't like as much.
Yeah,
because the succubites would be amazing.
They're just like, I feel like it'd just be like people, because there's a lot of different types of people. You know, you can't just say.
If you use supernatural terms, the humans, the tortured become demons eventually. They can become torturers.
Yeah,
that'd be good, because then you can end up being. What if you're in hell having sex with all these demons when Dean Winchester is a demon? Oh. That's a pretty sweet deal.
Snooky becomes a demon. A Crossroads demon.
Ooh, Snooky one. Smush, smush. Okay, let's see. I don't think, Trace, what's your rating on demons?
I would give it a 5 for the same reason. You're going to get some good, you're going to get some bad. So it's just, you got to go down the middle of the road there.
Okay. Next one, contestant number 3, Kraken. The octopus.
Kraken.
Something about the sheer size of the Kraken is attractive to me. Essentially a giant octopus, it's got 8 massive legs with suction, all caps, capabilities. Suction capabilities. Let me tell you, the girls are paying big money for suction capabilities these days. So if you can get it for free, get it for free. One thing about the Kraken, I'd imagine it would be hella slimy, which is gross to me. Also, probably smells like raw bottom of the ocean, which is straight nasty. Smells and tastes are a huge part of my attraction to other people, and I can't do that smelly shit. Rating, 2 out of 10.
That's what she gets.
She gave the Kraken got 2 out of 10, even though it has that suction capability.
Well, I was gonna say she started with some good there, and then she
tentacles all over your body.
I assume this is a woman.
As a man, I don't think I want I want suction capabilities, but a tentacle, I don't think is the right suction that I want.
Well,
I feel like that's like
I think
dangerous
the tentacles are
suction.
used for other things, and that.
If you're a female, up my backside.
Yeah.
I don't want to get suctioned in there. You know, people choke to death when they eat live calamari because the tentacle gets like suctioned in their throat. Imagine trying to pull that bad boy. That ain't no anal bead. It ain't coming out so easy. You're gonna probably pull your intestines out too.
You have little hickeys down
there. You know what? 3 out of 10 for me now. Just because of that.
I'm giving this a 1. This is less than Krampus, dude.
I don't know. Kraken's so big. The sheer size, like
so big.
The sheer size would be like You can't have sex with it.
But what about like Cthulhu? He's like a.
That's very different. If we're talking Cthulhu
can fly.
Yeah, he's got wings.
You got them cute little
so
wings.
I'm further in.
I'm much more attracted to Cthulhu than I am Kraken. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh,
Cthulhu, Cthulhu. I see you. Wow. Okay, so yeah, Kraken, not my jam. I don't think. Let's move on to the next contestant. This is Dracula, as played by Bela Lugosi from the original Bram Stoker Dracula, who is a handsome guy. I'll be honest. He's a good Dracula. So I just read the first sentence. Let me just impose myself. So Dracula is played by Bela Lugosi. This smoky-eyed bitch. This brooding, slithering, little sexy-ass bitch. Bela Lugosi's Dracula is on some other shit. I just can't get over those wild-ass eyes piercing into my nether regions through the screen. I can see why women in that era were tripping for him. Without the eyes, though, he is kind of boring. Like, the hair is pretty basic. The cape should have been velvet or leather or something. Give it some drip. I think this is the role that made Bela Lugosi a bit of a sex icon in his day, so I'm giving him points for that. But we've seen vampires do high fashion before, and I feel like he could have done better. 5 out of 10. That's an outrageous rating, I think, for Bela Lugosi. Well, that's tragic.
Yeah,
I think.
I mean, he was like he was the start of it all.
I don't think he was a sex icon of his time.
Yeah,
that's but
this is just a white guy. I don't understand.
You know what? Can we just do Dracula? Because this is an actor playing a character in a movie. So I'm like, yeah, Bela Lugosi's like a handsome guy, sure. But like he should have been wearing a cape, like a leather cape. Like the costume department does that. He didn't choose how he dressed in the. It's a movie. Yeah. He's just the actor. So like, if it was Bela Lugosi, I'd say if I was a gay guy, 8 out of 10. I don't know. He's just a guy. But like Dracula himself, if he's not in the room, and I know who Dracula is, I'd probably give him a 6, maybe a 4, because I know he's evil.
The Dracula that I always picture, like when it comes to mind, is the one from Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman.
Yes,
that's like the first.
That's a sexy Dracula. If we're picturing that Dracula, yeah, I'm gonna go for that Dracula. Because that's a badass Dracula too. Because he comes in that giant bat thing.
Yeah,
that movie's so fucking cool.
And then him and Hugh Jackman battle it out.
Fight so cool. I love that movie. It's an underrated movie.
I love it.
I think people think it's goofy, but I don't think it's goofy at all. I think it's pretty fucking cool.
Probably going back and watching it might be kind of goofy, but it was great then. I mean, it's got Hugh Jackman and
Frankenstein's in it.
And what's her face? From Underworld.
Yeah, what is her name? I always forget it. You know, her. Mm-hmm. You know, there she is. Here she is. Whoop. There she is. She's on the screen. So, okay. So I'm thinking, Dracula. If he's in the room, I think it's 100 out of 10 because you have no choice. If he wants to have sex with you,
spell on you anyway.
Exactly. As soon as you look him in the eyes, you're fucked because he's Dracula. So, if he's in the room, 100 out of 10. If he's not in the room, and I know he's Dracula, I'd probably say 4 because I know he would. Well, do I want to become a vampire?
Have you seen the new one, the show?
The Interview with a Vampire? Oh, the Netflix show.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's kind of disturbing.
It was very scary. Disturbing.
Isn't there something about kids in there?
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was very. I liked it. No, I liked how disturbing it was because Dracula's supposed to be scary. Fuck Twilight, man. Like the whole rat thing. He had that rat trap thing in this show, dude. That show it's disturbing. It is disturbing, but like I like when Dracula's disturbing because he's supposed to be like a super bad guy.
Yeah, and he just gets like.
Yeah. Oh man, I might have to rewatch it. It's good. I always thought they were gonna do more with the show. I thought it was just it came out of nowhere, and it really just surprised me how well made it was. Really well made. Like you can tell it had a budget for sure. But Trace, I'm sorry. I think I cut you off like an hour ago. What did you say about?
It's Dracula? Okay. I'm going original. I'm going Vlad the Impaler on my score.
Oh, like origin. Okay. Yeah.
I'm going origin story Dracula. I like the mustache.
He's got that pencil mustache.
Got that mustache.
But again, like you said with the other Draculas, if he's in the room with you, you're probably gonna lose. So you might as well just give into it.
On a spike, yeah.
But like Vlad, I don't really want to be spiked. So
if you're on Vlad's bad side, you're gonna get impaled. If you're on Vlad's good side, you'll get impaled a different way, sucker. Woo! You getting double impaled, boy.
You know why they call me Vlad the Impaler?
he just zip in his whole boom.
history is just completely wrong. Like they totally misunderstood what he was doing.
And he sharpened his head to a point.
Yeah, it just was pointy.
It's just really pointy.
Yo.
He did that. Who's that guy, rapper, whoever, who sharpened his teeth? Riff Raff or whatever.
Raff.
He did that.
Yeah, Riff Raff.
But it with his dick. Have we said enough times? Do you understand what we're saying? That his dick is pointy.
Yeah.
That's why he's the Spin Baylor. What's your rating, Trace? What do you think?
I'm gonna go 5.
5.
I know how that on the original started. Sorry, I know how the Impaler story started. And they're like, "Don't go over to his house. You're getting impaled.
You're gonna get impaled.
You're gonna get impaled."
And then they were all like, and a bunch of them were like, "That sounds kind of fun. Like, you know, guys, let's go over to his house later tonight." And then they get there, and then they see all the dead bodies, and they're like, "Oh, fuck! This is the wrong kind of impalement. I shouldn't have taken all that Molly. Oh shit! No, I'm freaking out." Okay, let's see. How many more of these bad boys do we have here? Because now, so we have a few more.
Let's do like a speed dating round if you need to.
Yeah, well, some of them are like more actors. Like they have the woman from that Kathy Bates played in Misery.
Ew, like no.
Yeah, see, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to do any of that stuff. I want to do like werewolves, right? So werewolves, these are monsters. So the great part about werewolves is they spend most of their lives as humans. I imagine as humans they were okay. I imagine as humans they are ravishing and very sexual. She imagines, so she's not sure. Anyone can be a werewolf. And very sexual, which is what I'm looking for in a partner. Ravishing and very sexual is what she's looking for in a partner. They also seem remarkably strong and flexible with a lot of power in their limbs. Watching a werewolf movie is one of the coolest things ever. Watching them transform, not so much. It gets bloody, things have to shift, bend, and break. It's a pretty gnarly process that as a partner to a werewolf would have to witness on a semi-regular basis. Am I ride or die enough to clean up my bloody naked boo after a night of prowling? I honestly don't know. There's a movie or a show or a comic book in there. Dating a werewolf. That's that could be a rom-com. That could be a rom-com.
Interesting.
Copyright. Mellow Brick Road. Keeping it. Dibs. I honestly don't know. Also, I'm a vegan, and while I don't need to have a vegan partner, having one that feeds on human flesh is not very sexy. They still do get sexy points for raw power though. This woman is all over the map.
She just needs to get laid.
She's really lonely, I feel like. I think she just needs a partner, like anything. Because werewolves they can be sexy. We've all seen Twilight, again. Mentioned Twilight again. Werewolves can be sexy.
Those werewolves are just turned into wolves.
Yeah, that's true. They just turn into wolves. Like, I'm thinking, how about, like, Universal Studios, the Wolfman? The original Wolfman?
Or going back to Hugh Jackman,
Or Hugh Jackman, that's true.
Van Helsing.
In Van Helsing, he's a werewolf in that movie.
Like he like stands on 2 legs, like kind of.
Yeah, he's like Chopper after a Zoan fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's my kind of werewolf there.
That'd be cool. Yeah. So okay, but she makes up a good point though. If you're dating a werewolf, you do have to clean up after them.
Well, yeah, they just shed their skin off. Their skin ripped off.
You just get a mop. Just like what you do is you just make a room in the house, like a mud room, but like. That's your werewolf room. When the full moon comes, you go in that room around 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. We have dinner. You go to your room. I got like chains all over the door.
It's like the mud room.
Yeah. It's like a steel. Like it's very like steel door. It's very barricaded, so they can't get out. And then like, there's like a side door, like a doggy door inside, so that when they become a werewolf, they go out into like you have a field of sheep. You're a sheep herder. You just have so they just eat all your sheep. That's why you buy them. And then when they leave, you open it and you just kind of like scoop
Sounds
up.
Like it'd be expensive to date a werewolf.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 5 out of 10.
Yeah,
they said 7 out of 10. By
too
the
much
way.
maintenance.
The rating. Yeah, too much maintenance. Almost too high maintenance. Werewolves are high maintenance. You gotta all that wet fur. I don't like wet fur.
Yeah, wet dog smell. I didn't think about that.
I don't like wet dog smell.
They don't sweat though. I wouldn't think.
That's a good point.
They just would breathe it all out on you.
Ugh, just huffing and puffing. Yeah. It probably smells like blood because they've been eating all your fucking sheep and kids. Ugh.
I pictured Lupin from Harry Potter to start.
Ooh,
I was gonna go pretty.
Yeah, he's like a rabid looking.
That's a 2 out of 10. That's a stray werewolf, man. That one needs shots.
Yeah.
That wolf needs shots, man.
I was wanting to go high on this, but I'm at like a 3, man. There's too much negative on this one.
Yeah.
Too much maintenance, and I don't want to sweep hair. And
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you, man.
3.
All right, let's move on to the cryptid now. The Flatwoods Monster. Are you aware of the Flatwoods Monster?
Flatwoods Monster.
It's an interesting picture. It is an interesting one. I'll give you that.
What the fook?
That's just not a very good picture.
No, it's only like drawings of it, like depictions of it.
Yeah, is this a light bulb?
It looks like
a candle
alien wearing
flame?
a dress.
Yeah, it looks like an alien wearing like a nun's outfit or something. Like
yeah.
Okay, so the Flatwoods Monster is so cute.
Yeah, describe it for me.
I'm just gonna say it for you. Like, wow, what a little cutie. I'm describing it. Am I just having? Do you understand now? I described it as cute twice. It looks like a rabbit, I guess. Those glaring bright red eyes, those fingers. The Flatwoods Monster also looks like a little stocky. Like she might be kind of thick under that skirt. Some people who have encountered the creature have stated it comes with a pungent mist, which doesn't necessarily knock sexy points. You know how sometimes you get used to your lover's stink or even your own stink? It's not your favorite smell, but once you know it well enough, you're not disgusted by it? Yeah, it's like that. West Virginia is also very close to me, so I could do long distance, but in a way where she's close enough to make it feel like not entirely real. But if we're talking sexiness, I think a big part of sexiness for me is the eyes. Getting to look into them and examine them while watching them examine me.
Beady red eyes.
It sounded weird. This monster has eyes that are piercing, but they don't feel like they would be open to being looked or... Okay, this monster has eyes that are piercing, but they don't feel like they would be open to being looked back at. The piercing redness seems like it would hurt my eyes. 3 out of 10. Yeah, no, Flatwood Monster is like it's a cryptid, and it's just got like these red eyes. It's like almost like an alien. People aren't sure if it's like an alien or some sort of like, I think one of the big things is people think it's actually the aliens. It's like a psychic illusion. Like a lot of people think there's a theory that cryptids, why people like they see them but there's no like evidence, like can't actually find physical evidence, is because they're actually like psychic phenomena, like that aliens are making us see, because maybe that's what aliens look like, or they're trying to figure out like, I don't know, like how our brains work. So they're like sending us these like weird images of what like they think things look like, or like, you know, whatever they're doing. But people think like, because the Flatwoods Monster is one of those where like got these weird eyes, but you can never really see it. You can never get too close to it. It's just one of those weird ones that, I don't know. It's like not like Bigfoot. People are like, I've seen it. I have tufts of hair. It's just like there's just like drawings of it like that. It's just weird. Let's see what the next. Oh yeah, what do we think about Flatwoods Monster, boys?
It's got salad finger hands, which I don't like.
Those fingers.
I don't like long fingers.
I don't like the way she said those fingers.
This says described as approximately 10 feet tall. I'm not into that.
Climb that like a tree, dude.
Little slindy.
Ooh, yeah.
It kind of looks like an owl in the face to me. I don't. It's like technological, and then like natural. Then it. 3. 3. Not into it. Yeah, not super into it.
Okay. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but Alien from Alien, the Xenomorph, 1 out of 10 rating from her. Probably the most frightful of all of them on the whole list. I mean, look at the obvious. I mean, it's Alien from Alien, not sexy in any way. It looks like a dickhead, literally.
And then it's got one in its mouth.
But I mean, like, other than that, like the gnashing teeth, it's always drooling, the acid blood. You can have fun with this thing.
Yeah, and it's slimy.
It's literally like genetically designed to be a killer, not to be sexy.
Yeah.
So like I feel like it's a lost cause. If you're attracted to the alien from Alien, it's a lost cause, honey.
Yeah, you're on your own island.
It's just not gonna work out for you. She says 1 out of 10 as well.
Yeah, they're barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah,
that's a 0 for me.
Okay, here we go. Ghosts. Ghosts is it's an interesting one. I have a confession. Okay, I'm gonna start the thing. I have a confession to make.
You're not saying this?
This is not me. This is her. This is her. This is
okay.
This is her. I have a confession to make. There was a scene in Scary Movie, the second one, I believe, where Tori Spelling's character has sex with a ghost. We've all seen the movie. We've all seen the scene. Very sexy. I was pretty young when I saw it, but was still old enough to have a reaction to it. There was also that Kevin Bacon movie where he's an invisible man and has sex with a woman during his invisible times. Also a sexy scene. Since then, I've kind of had a thing for invisible people / ghosts and engaging in coitus with them. The thing with ghosts is you can't actually see the person, so you don't know if you're actually attracted to them, but it also allows you to imagine anyone you could ever want in that physical space. So a ghost can be as sexy as you want them to be. 10 out of 10. I also think, I think 8 out of 10, only because what if it's a ghost of someone who was like violently R-worded to death? Because then I don't. Well, no. They did it to someone else, and then they killed themselves, which is why their ghost is there. So then they try to do that to me while I'm sleeping.
Well, yeah, you don't want like a John Wayne Gacy ghost coming at you.
Oh, a John Wayne Gacy ghost would be so scary. He's just got that little. He's just in a clown outfit.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in the corner.
Are you seeing the ghost? Are you like? Is it a?
Oh, actually, I don't know. That's a good point.
Are they making it onto the visible plane?
I think if this seems like a woman that would claim that she would have sex with a ghost. Like she's like she's not alone, right? Mm-hmm. And she's just like laying in bed, and she's so horny, right? And she like is like drifting off to sleep, but like kind of like, or like maybe she's like in that in between state, where like you don't know what's real, and you're just like kind of, and you're just feeling all over yourself, right? You know what I mean? Like you're like half awake, half asleep. You're kind of dreaming, and you're like, whoa, and then you wake up and you're like, I feel like I just had sex, and then you're like, but there's no one here.
Ghost
must have been the ghost of Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, there's a segment on the last podcast on the left.
Shout spit out my water.
Last podcast, love them.
Where they do ghost, alien, or molested.
Yes, I used to love that segment.
They'll tell like stories of like how they had like a sexual encounter with a ghost or something. And
yeah,
like, was it a ghost, alien, or molested?
And you know, it's a lot of the time it's molested.
Yeah,
it's so funny. That's such a good game too, because I never really thought about that before. With
there's like repressed memories.
There are like those three things where like it can fall into that category. It's man, yeah, those guys are geniuses. All right, I got one more, and then we got to get out of here. Then our Trace has a heart out. All right, let's see here. So the last one we got is zombies. It's the shortest one. Zombies. Do I even have to go into this? Undead, rotting, stinky, violent, and vile. There's nothing sexy at all about a zombie. 0 out of 10. Any rebuttal? Anyone think anything sexy about zombies?
What about warm bodies?
Warm bodies. What about the woman
they loved each other.
in Zombieland? Wait, is it No, not Zombieland. There's a movie. It's the guy who starred in Ready Player One. He was in a zombie movie where he was like in high school. I can't think of what it's called, but there's a scene where these kids are being chased by zombies of like their teachers or something, and one of the women has like huge boobs, like the zombie women, and she has her shirt's buttoned up, and she gets caught on this like fence or something, and her shirt gets ripped open, and like her boobs come out, and they're like zombie boobs, and like one of the little kids is like, whoa, and she's like stuck there, like she can't move. He walks up to him and he like feels them, and he's like, whoa, and then she like tries to bite him. She's like, oh, I gotta get out of here.
Well, and warm
bodies,
that's a sexy zombie. I'll say that woman with the breast was sexy.
And warm bodies, they're not like super decayed, like the one, you know.
Yeah, they just like I can't remember how it's described in the movie, but they get to a point, and then they're just like they just hang out. I don't know. They just like they don't decay as much as like other zombie.
They just like lose their color.
Yeah, they just
get kind of slow, and
their heart stops.
Yeah, they finally turn into those like shadow creatures or whatever.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. I forgot about that part. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. I thought it was gonna be so lame, and then I saw it was like Romeo and Juliet, and I was like, oh, this is kind of. I thought it was good. I like an interesting Romeo, like when they do an interesting twist. Like when Romeo and Juliet came out, I still think Romeo and Juliet's a great movie.
Seen it like 100,000 times.
Just because like the story is so good. Like I was like, everyone was like, you like that movie? I'm like, yeah, it's a kids movie. But like you like Lion King? Like, spoiler alert, that's Hamlet. Like that's a Hamlet adaptation. Like it's if you can like catch it. If you can see the story underneath the story, you're like, oh, this is fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like it's good for kids because like animals, but then like if you're an adult and you've seen or know of Hamlet and then you see it and you're like, holy shit, they made Hamlet into a bunch of fucking lions. How'd they do that?
That's wild.
That's just Lion King is pretty wild, I'd say.
Was it in Africa though?
Is it in Africa?
I fucking swear to God, dude, we are not getting it. I will fucking shut this whole show down right now. No, it is in Africa, but
Do the animals know it's Africa?
I'm gonna stick with what I said. Where it's animated, none of it's real, so it technically didn't take place in Africa. It took place in Burbank Studios in California. Yeah, that made me. I don't know why that made my blood boil just now when you said that.
That was for Mason.
Yeah.
When Mason punches his back, that was for Mason.
That's for Mason again. Yeah. I really hope he was like in the middle of a hangover nap or something when I called him. I really hope I hope he was a fucking that motherfucker. That boy, right? This idiot right here. This is his voodoo. This is his voodoo doll. I'm gonna.
Get some pins.
I'm gonna touch it inappropriately later and call him and see if he had sex like that. Hey Mason, did you have sex with a ghost lately? All right, everybody. I think that's the end of our show. Let's see. If you're watching the show on YouTube, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the show, hit the bell. You know how to do it. Spotify, same. If you're watching the show, go to the Spotify question, the polls. We're gonna have all the polls up here. I don't even know what the poll's gonna be this episode because we had a lot of different scenarios we could build off of. If you want to email the show any like comments, or if you want to answer some of the questions we had over the show, mellowbrickroad.podcast@gmail.com. You can also go to our Instagram page, Mellow Brick Road Podcast, or Facebook, just Mellow Brick Road. You can message us there. You can find all the info and pictures for the episodes on there. We usually post a few days before the episode drops on Wednesday, like pictures, like little hints of the episode, so people can like try and figure out what we were talking about before they listen. If you want to just listen to the show, you can go on Spotify and YouTube still and just don't look at the screen, I guess. You could go to Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, SoundCloud, we're on there. A few different spots. Pandora, we got on there finally. I think that's it for that. Trace, do you have anywhere people can find you? Any news or updates?
Down on the grass?
Yeah, come check out. Come to the grass.
Don't step on me.
Tita Projects on Facebook. Yeah. Tita Projects on Facebook. I mentioned it last episode, but there's some cool stuff with the Beauty Will Save the World stuff going on. I have some big projects that are finally getting out of my shop, so there'll be stuff for you guys to look at soon. Buy a t-shirt, buy a hoodie. They're comfortable. I wear them literally every day. Like today's probably the only day I don't wear one, but
kind of weird that you said that on the day that you're not. The day
I know. But literally every other day I wear it.
That's fine. Kenny Smithey, where can people find you if you want to be found?
I can be found at, I think it's KSlothFit on Instagram.
Yeah.
That was my fitness page. It's just now on my page.
Just your Instagram page now? That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. It's hard to... I've been wanting to work out a lot more lately, and I just cannot get the fucking energy to do it anymore. Yeah. Like, Trace and I trained for that running thing, and he bailed on me, so now I'm like, what's the point of even exercising if my brother, best friend, isn't even going to join me on these adventures? So I'm kind of just, like, not working out anymore. I'm kind of in a deep depression because of him, I guess.
Because of me.
Yeah, it's been rough, honestly. That's why I haven't slept in 2 days. I just think about how much Trace is like constantly trying to get out of my life.
He's running away.
I'm just joking.
I love fake drama.
I'm in a good mood. I'm not depressed. I'm in a good mood. I'm happy. We have a good show. We're getting views. The clips are going well. Oh yeah, go to our clips page on YouTube. It's going so well. I love making the clips. It's so much fun. And I think that's it, everybody. Keep watching the show. Keep supporting us. Thank you for signing up for Patreon if you have. We totally appreciate it. It keeps the show going. It gets us turf on the ground, clouds in the sky. That's what it gets us.
What you reading?
The show. And it gets us these nice microphones and these headphones. We get all this nice stuff. Like we're not just like I don't pocket this. Like I don't make that much money, and I use it almost all of it for weed. But I don't use the Patreon money for weed. I promise you, I don't. I use it for podcast stuff. I use it for supplies and like AA batteries and everything. I don't use it for any like I'm being weird. I'm defending myself too much. But
he writes on all the bills that he gets from Patreon and says, "Not for weed."
Not for weed. Just in case I find the check later and I'm like, I want to use this for weed. And I'm like, dang it. Can't just get like whiteout or anything. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining us on Path Number 69. I hope it was scary for you. I hope it was sexy for you. If it wasn't, let us know. Send us those sexy Nami Freddy Krueger pics, please. We're waiting for them.
Yes, please.
Everybody, mellow manifestations. Stay groovy.
Peace and blessings.
Love you guys.